Good morning and welcome to another exciting episode of the Money Talks show. Salespersons, this one is for you. You've asked and I've decided to put together a sales series where we'll be looking on the various components of what it really takes to be a high-level salesperson, sales executive, sales managers, aspiring salespeople, and even rookies need to be a part of this series. And so I'm wanting to break down and dissect what is really sales. Sales to me is one of the best professions in the world. And when we talk about sales, we're talking about meeting the needs of persons. We're talking about the service industry. We're talking about direct sales. And everybody knows that when you're a salesperson, your income cannot be capped. Yes, that's right. You can out-earn your manager. You can out-earn even your CEO if it's a small business. Direct sales is one of the most aggressive, yet one of the most rewarding industries that there exist out there, and you need to be good at it. Right. So, I want to break down what's the mindset of a salesperson. What does it really take to be a top-level sales executive, especially in a market that's very complex, especially in a market that's always changing? You have to be agile. You have to be dynamic, right? There's a lot of competition in the market. You realize that there's never, ever one single product, right, that belongs to any one proprietor. We're all vying in the same market. We're all vying for the same product or the same class of product. But what will make the difference is your sales training, your skills, your understanding of your client's needs, how to go about building a pipeline, how to go about prospecting, how to open the sale, how to close the sale, how to get repeat business. These are some of the skills that you need to be mastering if you want to be a high-level sales executive or a top-notch sales agent. And I'm going to break it down and go through it on this series for the month of August on the Money Talk show. All right. So one of the big things I always say to sales reps is that, you need to have the right mindset. A lot of persons fail in sales because they fail to act. Descartes says, I think, therefore I am. It was the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey who said that without confidence in the race of life, you are twice defeated. And one of the biggest things that sales agents have is that they don't get out of their own head. They overthink, they have limited beliefs, and they're bound by fear. What's a limited belief? A limited belief is this high net worth client is not going to want the business from me. Or I really want to sell the client $50 million worth of goods and services because I've done his needs analysis and I know that he needs that. But I'm going to opt to just sell him 20 million because I'm comfortable there. I think if I ask him for $50 million, he's going to tell me no. Limiting belief. Thinking what the client is going to say. You haven't even approached the person. You haven't even took up the phone to make the phone call, and you're starting to create a rebuttal or responses that the client is going to give you. That's a limiting belief, and that is going to kill you in sales, right? A lot of people are bound by fear when it comes on to sales. Am I really good enough? People, if you're going to win at sales, you got to know that you were born for this. And it comes by repetition. It comes by practice over and over and over again. You see, guys, because as salespersons, we work in what's called a sales cycle. So just like how your washing machine has a cycle, rinse and repeat, you have to do the same thing, rinse and repeat, month after month after month. But remember, that's because we work based on commission, right? And a lot of you guys need to know that if it is that you are going to get the best commission, if it is that you're going to make the best of the commission period or the sales cycle that you have to be like Shelley and Fraser Price. You have to get out the blocks quickly. But even more so than Shelley and Fraser Price, you have to be like a Mo Farah. You have to be willing to go the distance. And that's what we're talking about, being a top level sales executive. Because we all know it's not how you start in the race, it's also how you finish. And you have to finish strong. For a salesperson, one of the most critical parts is what we call books close, or the last day of the sales cycle. You have the opportunity on the penultimate day, you have the opportunity sometimes even on the books close day to work and hustle and push to close the sale. Guys, closing the sale is so important. You have to finish strong. So you need to start early, right? Start prospecting very quickly. Start qualifying your persons very quickly in the process so you can eliminate. And I can go to a formula that will help you eliminate those persons who will waste your time. But we're going to do that in a later episode. And once you have qualified them now, you bring them through the sales cycle and process. Discovery needs analysis of your clients. And then once you figure out what they want, right, and you have them right where you want them, you can now approach them with the right solution and you close that sale, right? That's what we're talking about. You have to understand and you have to practice, you have to rinse and repeat the sales cycle process. And that's what we aim to break down in August edition of the Money Talk Show. Guys, this is Chris Beecher, top level sales executive across many different industries. I'm going to break it down for you right here. I'm passionate about sales. And guys, I want you to like and subscribe to the channel. I want you to share it with other top level or aspiring top level sales executives, because this is going to be life changing. This is what I'm going to put out there, not just for you, but also for me, because we're closing the second half of the 2022 sales year strong, because we're moving into 2023 like beasts, because you have to achieve your goals. What's your why? Why are you doing this? Why do you need to do this? Guys, you need to start to think about it. Blessings and one love from your favorite financial advisor, Chris Beecher. See you soon as we break down the sales cycle.